Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I will be basically giving you guys some tips on how to get better at the game as well, alongside some custom formations and custom tactics to help you guys get more win in this terrible game. So basically guys, before we start this video, you have to understand that with formations in this game, different formations are more suitable depending on your skill level. Okay, that's what people don't tell you. You have all the pros telling you that 4-3-2-1 with 71 depth. Not even pros, just like people that play the game. That 4-3-2-1 with 71 depth and direct passing. That's all you need. Then you're gonna magically get 20-0. Guys, that does not work. Okay, so now I would say that depending on your division and your skill level, obviously you have to be true to yourself, that you can use certain formations. So, for example, with the 4-3-2-1, as meta as it is, yeah, it's a very narrow formation. So now your players over here, these are center forwards. That's why it's so overpowered because you basically have three center forwards that are going to be in the box, constantly putting pressure on the center backs. So you're basically packing the box, the opponent's box with like players, making it, basically overwhelming the defense is the goal of this formation. And it's good this year because of how overpowered running down the sideline and cutting back is. Obviously, the more players you have in the box for the cutback option, the easier it is for you to pull it off. So yeah, that is the 4-3-2-1. So those are the positives, but there are negatives to this formation. For example, because you don't have wingers, because these are center forwards, remember, they stay central. Even if you give the instruction of to go out wide, they'll still mainly stay central on defense, right? So on defense, when you're defending in this formation, you've only got your left wing and your left back and your right back to defend the opponent's players. So obviously, if you're good at defending, then that will obviously it wouldn't affect you too much because you'll be able to like apply second man pressure, offside traps and all that. But let's say you're like a div 8, div 7, div 6, a lower division player, you kind of need more AI help. So 4-3-2-1 won't be good in that sense. You'll probably just get caught up because you basically won't have any help on defense. So yeah, that is one of the problems with this formation. And also I'd say with this formation, you have to have one fullback that's attacking and one that's defending. You can't defensive. You can't put them both on stay back while attack because then you'll have no options on the line. You need a fullback that's going to go up and also do the cutbacks for you. That's why I have Lodi right now because I just did his SPC. But before I was using players like Mendy, Hakimi. These are players that will be beneficial for you in a 4-3-2-1 because they're good on the ball, have good dribbling, and exactly they can help you going up. With someone like Lorenzo or Kyle Walker, they're not four-star skillers, they're a bit clunkier. It's going to be a bit more difficult to attack with them, especially in a formation like 4-3-2-1, which is so dependent on your fullbacks going up. So yeah, that's another thing I'll say about 4-3-2-1. And yeah, but another good, okay, my favorite formation in the game is 4-2-2. This has been my favorite formation since last FIFA, and I do think it's the most balanced formation. Now, you see, these are center attacking midfielders now. They're not center forwards like in a 4-3-2-1, so they'll be a bit wider, and because they're also midfielders, a bit deeper. So it's very balanced going up because when you go up, you have, your four attackers, and also plus one attacking midfielder who you won't put on get forward, but instead balanced. That way he'll kind of attack with the other players. So you basically have five attackers. So just like a 4-3-2-1, you overwhelming the defense. But you also when you're defending, you've got two center attacking midfielders, which will obviously be given the instruction to come back on defense. That way, on the wing, you now have your fullbacks as well as your center attacking midfielders or wide players to help you defend. And these two are CDMs. Now in the 4-3-2-1, you have one CDM, and then the other two are midfielders, right? And the let me show in the 4-3-2-1, yeah. These two are your midfielders, and then this is your CDM. Now it's very important because this is something that like if you don't have much experience in the game, you won't know. But depending on the positions, you can put certain instructions on the players. Like for example, because these are center mids. Oh no, all three of them are center midfielders. Sorry, none of them are CDMs in the 4-3-2-1. Um, because these are center mids, you can't put cut passing lanes and that on. You can only put cut passing lanes or like deep line playmaker on a formation where there's a CDM, for example, like 4-3-2-1 or the 4-2-2, where the midfielders are defenders or CDMs. Now I can give them cut passing lanes, stay back while attacking, and cover center. Where with the 4-3-2-1, because they center mids and not CDMs, you can't give them defensive behavior. You can only give them stay back while attacking, which is attacking support, and the defensive position. Okay, so keep that in mind. So I definitely suggest that if you're a low skill player or it matters your play style, that's another thing, guys. Formations, yes, they are the meta formations or the most used ones, but at the end of the day, they need to match your play style because there's someone out there that's obviously using 4-3-2-1 as their main formation, and it's better than me. There are pro players that are better than me, obviously, and use that formation. But that doesn't make it the best. It just means that that is tailored to their playstyle. So with my playstyle, and I think it's more general playstyle, um, I feel like the 4-2-2 is a better option because it's a bit more forgiving on defense than a 4-3-2-1, and you do have that element of overwhelming the defense with your attackers, but at the same time you also have good defense where the 4-3-2-1 kind of lacks in the defensive aspect. Here you've got your two CDMs. One should be your box to box, and then the other should be like your defensive CDM. Now, I have Bellingham as my defensive one. If you're not that good at defending, you could get someone more defensive minded, but he's got good enough defensive stats for me to where I can manage it, okay? And yes, now instructions are also important. Now, this year, a lot of people tell you to, give your players instructions like stay central, get in behind, all that stuff. Guys, to be honest, it's actually only important that you put instructions on on your fullbacks and your midfielders. With your attackers, as much as the attacking AI was a bit broken because of the 71 press, guys, it's better to let AI make the decisions or in game manually trigger them, then give them instructions. For example, right? Okay, this is a bad example because they sent some mids, but let me go through like a full my formation that I want to give you guys. I'll just give you a little sneak peek on it. But for example, right, if you go to your wingers and you tell them, cut inside all the time or stay wide. Now, if the inside option is free and but you're giving them the stay wide option, you'll have to manually tell them to you'll have to do the cut inside manually, you know what I mean? And obviously with especially with skill, like that's a very difficult thing to pull off. Only like higher skilled players will be able to do that. So you kind of want the AI to give you as much support or for example do things itself a lot more so it makes your life playing the game a lot easier. So I wouldn't suggest putting them on like stay wide or cut inside unless right because when you're playing in a game you have to understand it is important to adjust the custom tactics to the game that you're playing. You need to be able to change them on the fly. But in general, I'd say let the AI make most of the decision making. Because if you tell them stay wide, if the cutting option is open, they won't take it because you've told them that they need to stay wide 100% of the time, and vice versa. If you tell them to cut inside, if the wide option is open, they will not take it unless you manually trigger them to, because you've given them the instruction to constantly cut inside. So balanced or like leaving it at default more often than not is a better option with player instructions. So, for example, now with Rapino over here, I have on stay forward because I wanted to go up and she has low stamina. You see, that's another thing. Like the different players that you have in the position also determine how you tailor the formations and the different custom tactics. So Rapinu, I have on stay forward and get in the box because I wanted to get in the box for the cutbacks, and stay forward because she has low stamina and she's very small, so she's gonna be a defensive liability anyway. And that is why I've got Bellingham, my CDM, on her side of the pitch. That way he can kind of cover her defensive roles. That's another thing you have to look at and understand. Then for Salah, I have come back on defense because he has 90 stamina and has actually like exactly so him having more stamina, he can go up more the pitch up and down more than Rapunu can because obviously of his stamina. And also have get into the box because we want to overload the box. But my strikers, I don't have stay central. I don't have getting behind. I don't have any instructions. I left them on balance. I want the AI to make the decisions, and if I see something, I'll manually tell them co-op. So that's a skill thing. If you don't manually trigger L1, then tell them to get in behind, right? If you okay, get in behind. If you know that you're not good at manually triggering your players or telling them what to do or doing player lock, okay? So that's why I said earlier in the video that formations and like the custom tactics you put, it really depends on your skill level. So if you're a player that can, L1 trigger players and player lock and stuff, then I really suggest you just go balanced. But if you're like a lower division player, and you need help with those things, then getting behind is good because the L1 triggers that people are doing manually, the AI will do for you with these instructions. Now, the only downside to that is that they'll do that every play. So if there's a play where, obviously, let's say you're playing someone that's doing a lot of offside traps, so they're getting caught in offside most of the time, then you might want to turn it off because the offside trap is kind of making the getting behind structure instruction useless. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'd say. And also, you want to do stay central on strikers more often than not because you want them in the box and staying centrally while your wingers will be on the sides. You see, but with the 4-3-2-1, all of them want to stay central because you wanna like those center forwards are going to be back in the box. But now with the 4-2-2, I'd say balance because since they're already in the striker position, they will automatically be central. Does that make sense? Obviously, as the game goes on, like they'll move around depending where the ball is. But because they're strikers and the strike position is the central area of the pitch, it's not too necessary to put that stay central instruction if you're a good player because you kind of want them to be all over the pitch depending on where different opportunities arise. That's what I'd say. So that's about it for instructions. So now, finally, towards the end of the video, let's go to my new favorite formation in the game and one that I discovered just by experimenting and playing on Rivals that I think is really good and people can check out. And it is the 4-2-4. Now, it's got elements of the 4-3-2-1 and the 4-2-2. Probably the two most meta formations in the game and also my favorite formations in the game. Now, the 4-2-4, unlike the 4-2-2, right? So with the 4-2-2, let's talk about this. Because these guys are center attacking mid, they're not wingers, right? Yes, it's good for defense because they're midfielders, so they'll be a bit back, so you can defend with them as well. But sometimes you want to be aggressive, right? And because they're midfielders and not wingers, they're not too deep. So for example, let's say you're doing 71 depth, they won't be pressing the left backs the fullbacks, the left back or right back, and this year people hug the sideline and they just switch the ball from left back to right back or from right to left constantly, so that can get annoying. So with the 4-2-2, I'll put this formation on if I'm losing and I can tell that he doesn't have that play style, so I want to put pressure on him. But the 4-2-4 is my main formation and the one I use throughout the game to start the game off, and then I adjust from there because these players are now left wing and right wing. They're not center attacking midfielders or center forwards like the 4-3-2-1. So they are marking the fullbacks, and then your own fullbacks will be marking the opponent's left back. So basically, both the wing options are marked. Whereas in the 4-3-2-1, like I told you, the the fullbacks are your only options to defend. Therefore, on the opponent side, they can overload the wings with their left wing or right wing and also their fullback option because you've only got one defensive option. Whereas in the 4-2-4, because their wingers instead of center forwards or center attacking mid like in the 4-2-2, you have got their fullbacks marked as well as their wingers. So that's one thing I'll say is really good with it. And once again, the midfielders, you want one defensive one, and one box to box. And same thing, you put stay back while attacking and cover center. Now, they're not CDMs, they're midfielders, which is good though because they're going to be putting they're going to be a bit higher in the pitch. So with CDMs, you're kind of allowing pressure to come at you, whereas here they're going to be more up the pitch, and with 71 depth, you're going to put more pressure. So I prefer it like this. Obviously, depending on the certain circumstances. But yeah, stay back while attacking, cover center for one, and the other just cover center, and then the rest default. And then our fullbacks, we keep on stay back while attacking, overlap. You say overlap because if there comes a chance that you want them to go up, or let's say you L1 trigger them, or you just want them to attack, it's better to overlap. Therefore, you overload the wingers than to cut inside because then the pitch will get too cramped, especially for your midfielders, and also you can get caught up in a counter attack. If your left back is in a central position, then the opponent's right wing or left wing will be open, which is not good, obviously. So you put overlap instead, so that if they do go up and you tell them to go up with L1 or whatever, they go on the sideline. So yeah, and then you can also abuse the switching the ball constantly. And yeah, my strikers are put again no instructions. They're already central. That's how I like them. I put no instructions on them at all. Except I do want to change something. I do want to play Griezmann at left wing instead of Rapinoe. Oh no, that's on the 4-2-2. My bad. Let me do that now. Now that I remembered. Yeah. So yeah, I'll talk about that another time. Another video for that. Whoa. So yeah, what else? Let me tell you the instructions. Yeah, my strikers, I have no instructions on them. My left wing and right wing, I say just come back on defense. That is it. Chance creation, I don't give them no cut inside, no stay wide, no free roam. Just come back on defense, okay? So that if the left back or if the fullbacks go up, they go with them, and if they're not, it doesn't matter. I've still got the two players to defend the sideline instead of just the one, like in the 4-3-2-1. That's the same thing for Salah, yes. And then I told you again, my box-to-box midfielder, Pirlo, who I want to attack, he just cover center, then he'll go up. Bellingham stay back while attacking so that he can hold the midfield. He's good enough to hold it alone. Then stay back while attacking, overlap, stay back while attacking, overlap. Center backs, I don't change at all. And keepers, I don't, although I do want to start doing sweeper keeper because it's kind of getting annoying getting caught out. And Courtois is slow, so when you manually press triangle to come out, he's like late to do it. Whereas with sweeper keeper, he'll do it automatically, which will kind of make it faster. And I want to do comfort crosses because when I move keeper, sometimes it's still not enough to get the ball with the corners. Now I could get caught out for it, but this is what people are using, so I mean, I might as well try it out. And then if I don't like it, I'll just change it. So yeah, that is the video, and thank you for watching. So that is basically how to improve with different custom tactics that I use and that are very meta in the game. Okay, I'm an Elite Division player and also foot champs. I constantly get around 18, 19, 20. Yeah, I usually get rank 3, 2, or 1. Usually rank 2, at worst rank 3. So yeah, I am a decent player and I've got a lot of games played on this game. That's another way to get better, guys. There's no way around it. You just have to play a lot. Practice makes perfect. Play a bunch of games, lose your social life and all that stuff. That is not for. You do not need that. If you want to get good at the game, you need to sell your soul to this game, okay? I want to show you my games played. My record is not the best. Guys, listen, Rivals is pretty sweaty, but still okay. I'm still in the lead, in Elite Division. Doesn't matter, you know, my record, yes. 715 wins, 200 losses, and 54 draws. So I've got around 971 games played. So yeah, trust me, okay? I know a lot about this game. I don't know everything. I'm not the best, but I'm definitely above average and still a good player. You see Elite Division Rivals. So yeah, thank you for watching the video, and I'll be uploading more tutorials on how to get better at the game. I think that's the route I want to take for the channel. I'm tired of like just uploading those videos where I'm not talking, because obviously people don't want to watch that, and not even I want to watch that. So I said, let me at least have some content that you guys can actually benefit from, or at least that's somewhat entertaining, because at least it'll have me actually saying something, not just gameplay playing in the background with no music. Because I'm still not editing. I don't have a like laptop and stuff too. I just don't have a setup, guys. We'll see how this channel goes. If it does get interaction, then I'll start, working on a proper setup. I'm getting a monitor soon, and then we'll look at like getting a laptop and different editing tools and actually starting to edit our vids. So yeah, thank you for watching and subscribe for more.